Gotta look spiffy. All right. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another Around 30 Minutes. And this is where we get to interview somebody that, out in the community and get to know people and everything. It's a really fun time just to, sit down and talk Transformers and get to know people. And I got another special guest, like I do always. I love, everybody that comes on. I got Joel from Larkin's Lair Reviews. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. And how are you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me on. Glad we could hook up.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I always get excited with this. My wife always, when I tell her that I'm doing one, she's like, "Well, who are you having on?" I'm like, "Well, you don't know, so I'll tell them who it is and everything, all that good stuff and everything." So first off, you are in Hawaii.
Correct. Right? I'm all the way in Hawaii.
Wow. So let me ask. So mostly all the people always want to go to Hawaii because it's a beautiful place and everything. So how is it there? How is it to live there in such a I guess a paradise place?
Oh, it is expensive.
Okay, I've heard that. I've really heard that.
It is okay. So in the mainland, you guys probably pay like for the Siege Deluxes $20, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In here, it's about $22.
$22? Well, that's
right.
Not bad. That's not
and
too bad.
It gets bigger. So like the leader class is like what's $58?
About $50. Yeah, $50 here. Mm-hmm.
Well, but it's 58 here.
58. Okay. That's a little jump. That's a bigger jump. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets bigger. The only store that doesn't seem to add on the extra cost is, I guess, Target. Remember, you can get them at like the $19.99 for but everything else is it's just expensive.
Okay. Well, let me ask you about that. And since we're talking about that, and before we go into questions, how is the distribution there? Like, does it take a while to get stuff out there?
It's actually weird. So sometimes we get stuff super early. Like I got the Siege leader wave 1 leaders really early. And then sometimes we get stuff really late. So normally like the wave 2 stuff just started showing up just now. So it varies. I'm not sure why, but like I got the Walmart exclusive Optimus Prime pretty early.
Oh, the new Cybertron one.
Oh no, the G1 reissue.
Reissue. Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I got that super early. Okay. When I posted it actually made front page on TFW.
Oh, congrats! Yeah.
So it was. I was actually surprised. Like, oh, we got it, but nobody else got it yet. So
yeah,
that's weird. It varies. But as far as like stock, we get these bursts of like there's everything. Like this past week, tons of new product, and then after that we'll have a dry. For a long time.
I think everybody. I'm going through a dry one. I'm trying to just find the little Ravage and Laserbeak tapes, the little Siege Battle Masters. I'm trying to find those, and nowhere. I can't find them.
I just saw a set 2 days ago.
Really?
But then when I went, I thought so. I saw a set 2 days ago, and then I saw your video about you haven't finding it yet, and I went back to see if I wonder if they're still there. They're
gone north. No, that's just like a convention, man. If you don't get it, then you come back, and most of the time it's like, it's gone. Like, but it's fine. Hopefully, eventually we'll get. I know eventually we'll get them, but it just, my distribution. I'm in Arkansas. I'm right in the middle of smack down in the United States and everything. We just, like you said, sometimes you'll find stuff, and sometimes it'll take a month or two. You won't find nothing.
Yeah, so, definitely. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, first question I always ask, instead of the last one I just asked, what do you collect?
Mainly Transformers, of course, but I also collect and build Gundam, and also Marvel Legends, and recently, Power Rangers, and then recently I picked up some of the Overwatch figures, which are basically Marvel Legends type Overwatch figures. Gotcha. That's pretty much it.
Okay, I've seen a lot of people have been doing reviews on them stuff and everything. So are they the same scale as Marvel Legends?
Yes, which is kind of cool. So it's with Hasbro having Overwatch license, Power Rangers license, that you can have them all mixed together, and stuff with the Marvel stuff. So it's kind of cool that they have all that.
Yeah, and speaking of Gundam, I watched your video on that Starscream, the Flames Toy Starscream. How do you feel about that one?
I like it a lot. I liked it actually better than the Optimus Prime one because it was
Okay.
a lot more enjoyable to build.
Hmm.
And the look is a lot better. And you know, because I like to build model kits,
Hmm.
I enjoy it. I mean, ultimately, what would be cool is if you know if Transformers came in a model kit, I'd
Hmm.
probably even like it even more. Like I could build
Yeah.
it myself.
Oh yeah. Oh, totally understandable. Cool. Awesome. Okay. So, next question is, why do you collect? Have you always collected? You know, I always say as a kid, I don't think we collected. We just got toys and just played with them. So, have you always collected as a teenager up to your adult life, or when did you start collecting? Heavy and everything.
I started collecting at the time of the internet in 1995, 96.
Okay. Nice.
I discovered a use. I don't know if you remember the days of Usenet, like the use news groups. There's this.
I remember Yahoo groups and stuff and everything. Like I was on
Oh,
Yahoo and stuff.
this was way before then. There was a
Oh,
Usenet group called alt.toys.transformers,
I do not remember that.
and oh, there. What back in those early days, I mean, there was everybody was just putting information they knew about Transformers into this news group. There was a FAQ somebody made about
Oh,
like,
okay.
and then you could, in fact, there was someone who had all the episodes of G1 that you could order on VHS, and they would.
Oh man, that
This
was
was
old.
before
Yeah.
anybody had the licensing
Oh
for
yeah.
it, so we
Uh-huh.
were just like, so I actually had a copy on VHS. It was a bad copy, but you know, it was like
Yeah.
98 episodes on
Hmm.
VHS. So back then, that was basically once I found all that, I'm like, wow, that got me collecting Transformers again because there was a community, and then it brought back
Yeah.
so much memories, and then
Hmm.
they even had the scans of the Marvel comics, the scans of all the tech specs. This is
Wow.
so early, and that got me collecting back then. And then Beast Wars came out, and
Yeah.
yeah, but I feel like that's such a long time ago, but that's
It
when
was.
I started right after just getting into college.
Okay,
About that time.
very nice. And you're speaking about the VHS and everything. I remember the only way you could have they had the a couple episodes on VHS. Like one or two. I remember
Mhm.
they had the Dinobot ones like Dinobot Island or something like that. And
Yeah, the
um,
FHE or FT, I forget
something like
that.
that. Yeah. And the only
Yeah,
way you could get the whole now seriously if you recorded them off your VCR and everything. And then
yep.
like you said, it was a crappy crappy copy, but
That's the copy I got. Some person had two VHS VCRs and was copying the episodes for all the
man.
fans on the internet
Oh, that's
for
old
a small
school.
fee. It wasn't even they weren't really making I mean, basically, you were just buying the tapes from them.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember I used to send, like tapes just to, send off, and I'd have people make mixtapes or something, whatever, and you could do that and everything. That was, man, that's old school, dude. And you're going
I
way
know.
back.
Yeah, it's like showing our age right here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's awesome. I mean, that just brought back a memory. I just remember having those single VHS tapes
Yeah.
of like one or two episodes, or maybe three. And I remember the box art for it and everything. It was like a G1
Yep.
cartoon, and I just
That's,
remember that, man.
those huge plastic boxes that they
Yeah.
were in. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
Exactly, man.
I think
That's
one of
wow.
them that was available was SOS Dinobots, if I
That's the one I'm
remember.
talking about. Yeah, it had all the Dinobots on like a mountain or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that one. I had that one. Wow. Thank you, man. That was awesome, man. So, who is your favorite character, and why is he or she your favorite character?
Well, it's Optimus Prime. I mean, growing up, Prime is he's basically the hero. I mean,
Uh-huh.
he has he has all the qualities that as a kid you want to be. You want to be noble. You want to be
Oh yeah.
strong. You want to fight for what's right. He's just a lot of times people say Prime is not a realistic character, but that's the whole thing for me about heroes. That's the whole thing. You're trying to be someone better. You may fail at it,
Hmm.
but it's something to look up to, right?
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
for me, it's that characteristic. That's why I
Okay.
didn't really like how he was portrayed in the Michael
The Bay
Bay
movies. Yeah, a lot that
movies.
that turned off a lot of people. Exactly. I know. I
I
mean,
mean,
he wasn't a killer. That wasn't the
yeah,
Prime that we know. But to be honest and fair and honest and everything, true to myself, it is a different Prime.
yes,
I think. I mean, I don't know if that's the right way to say that, but it's been 20, 30 something years later and everything. But I don't think a lot of people were turned off just like you because he killed people or he killed robots and everything and you never saw that
Yeah.
throughout the history of Transformers.
Or he never. I think the phrasing that came out of the way he talked just seemed unlike the character. Like
Yeah.
I understand, they're in war, so he would have to kill some people,
Yeah.
but and you never see Prime really lose his cool. He only lost his cool very little in the original cartoon, like when he snapped that side swipe to give him his jetpack
Mm-hmm.
and that, you know what I mean? And
Uh-huh.
then you know what I mean? It's just like he really kept his cool at all. Like even in the movie when he came in and just started killing Decepticons left and right, he
Mm-hmm.
didn't even say a word. He just like he knew what he had to do and just did it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's understandable. And I could see how it turned off a lot of people, but that's Michael Bay. He didn't. Come
I
on.
mean, I tell folks though, I give him credit. I mean, he did bring Transformers to another generation,
Exactly.
and that's it's not mine, but it's somebody else's
Yeah,
G1.
there's someone. Yeah, like I said, everybody hates the Bay movie, or not everybody, but the Bay movies are kind of frowned upon. And
Yeah,
I just tip my hat to Michael Bay to, like you just said, he brought it to a wider scope, a wider generation, a different generation, and it made it global. To be honest, and
yeah.
it still kept Transformers alive, and I thank him for that. I think, I don't know if I don't want to say Transformers would not be around if the movies didn't come out, but I
Hmm.
don't think they'd be as successful as they are right now.
True, and also from the visual aspect. I mean, I just remember watching. There's one studio series that I got that's not a part of the Bumblebee line, and that is the studio series Leader Class Blackout.
Yep.
Because I bought that because I vividly remember the first commercial for the movie,
Hmm.
seeing that transformation sequence
Oh yeah.
come to life, and
Hmm.
so I give him credit. Like he brought it to life in a way that seemed real, you
Yeah.
know.
I know.
And
Yeah, and I think 20 years from now, I think still people will still see, and they can remember moments where they was when they were watching the movies. I think they'll still remember. They may say it may bring a sour taste to their mouth or something, but I think most fans can respect what he tried to do.
yeah,
But I guess kind of a way, but he kind of screwed it up later on. I mean, the first one I liked. I like all of them to be honest, except for the last night. The last night,
mhm. Last
but
I came, it was a little weird.
yeah, well, it was all over the place. I mean, it was just
Yeah,
you had 13 plot lines, and then you had Cog beating up fish to feed to the
yeah.
human. I'm just like, it was like, okay, this is weird. But the first four, I can watch. I can, sit down and watch, and I'll be fine with. The last one, I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. Oh,
I gotta give him credit though. I like if I had to choose between Beast Machines and the Michael Bay movies, I picked Michael Bay movies.
yeah, I think Beast Machine was kind of hippie, but whatever. It was like doing yoga, and I don't know. It was
No, I don't know how you go from the awesomeness of Beast Wars and
yeah.
end up with Beast Machines.
I have no clue, man. That's above my pay grade. I have no clue, man. All right, cool. So let's talk about your reviews. How long have you been doing reviews, and why did you get into doing reviews?
Okay, so I've had this YouTube channel for over a couple of years now, but
Okay.
I've not done anything really serious with it. I just threw stuff here and there.
Mhm.
And I started doing reviews because I got the Siege Ultra Magnus and Shockwave early.
Nice.
So, and I think I mentioned this on Patriot Pine Show that I got it so early. I just did a quick video on it, and then I was like, wow, why am I getting like so many views on my channel on this? And it
Mhm.
turns out that I was the first one to get it that
Oh,
had a review,
very
and
nice.
then there was like a lot of complaints because it was really junk. My review, I didn't really. I'm like, why is
Oh, yeah.
everybody complaining about my review? I'm like, there's like so many other guys out there that have it, and then somebody mentioned, oh, yours is the first English review of this figure,
Oh,
and I'm like, oh, that's why everybody's not happy.
yeah. Yeah, you can't
So I
make
actually
it bad.
redid them. I redid the review. I
Yeah.
did properly put a backdrop and everything, and after I finished did it, I'm like, yeah, this is kind of fun. So I just stuck at it.
Yeah. Okay. So you're fairly new then.
Yes.
I mean, I know you've had the channel, but as far as did you do anything else? Did you always do transform reviews, or what did you do other things on your channel?
I have a couple on the channel before. I had some games that I played with my daughter. I had some Gunpla type of time
Oh,
lapse
okay.
builds.
Gotcha.
Just really all over the place, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like whatever I felt was kind of cool, I just threw it up there.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. Cool. All right. So, do you like doing the reviews now? Do you think that that you're gonna stick with it and everything? Do you?
Yeah, actually enjoy doing the reviews now, but I think what I've been enjoying a lot is just the community, because you see these other videos where folks like pose questions, like they ask you what's your favorite gimmick, what's your favorite this, and then
Mhm.
doing a response to it. It's more, I think the
Okay.
joy comes from like seeing what other guys that enjoy this hobby are
Hmm.
doing and kind of interacting with them, because like most guys, I don't know anybody here that
Yeah.
collects, but
Right.
I found your channel, other guys channels, Kato's, Patriot Primes, and just interacting and talking story with them is makes it
It's
fun,
fun.
makes it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I started doing this because people want to think that our fandom is kind of a toxic, kind of negative and everything. I want to do something positive, that you get to meet other people. I ask this, questions to everybody, and I love to hear different answers from everybody. And it's you get to meet people and you get to know everything, meet people in the community, and that's what you just said, and that's why I do this. So,
Well, the toxicity comes
toxicity, yeah,
comes to the wallet.
yeah, exactly.
Because
I don't have
everything
a
in the
wallet.
community is fun and fine, except the wallet is hurting when you see somebody else like, yeah, I think I want that too.
Yeah, I don't have a wallet anymore. I just threw it away. So,
Yeah.
all right. So we try. This is the part where I say last of everything. So, like I said, I don't want anything bad to happen to you at all.
Mhm.
If you could have one last meal, what would that meal be?
Oh, shoot. If I had one last meal, it would probably be the most the pizza with the most toppings on it.
Really?
deep
Okay.
deep dish.
Deep dish. Okay. Very
As
nice.
as much toppings, that'll probably be. It will be whatever's the most unhealthy thing. And I'm thinking, because it's pizza, I can request anything as a topping. I can say chicken on there, a steak, a burrito as a topping.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You can fold up the pizza like a burrito and everything. Very nice.
So you only have one meal, right? So I'm just
Oh
gonna say,
yeah.
just
Oh, you gotta go all out.
lay it on it.
Oh yeah. You gotta go out. That's my last meal. Hey, I'll have
half
whatever I want
half
to.
the pizza is a dessert pizza. Put ice cream.
Oh, very nice. Oh, chocolate chip. I love chocolate chip pizza. That's a good. I don't know about
There you
that.
go.
But very nice. So, are you a cereal guy? And what is your favorite cereal?
Oh man, I haven't eaten cereal in years.
Okay. So, you don't like cereal. That's fine. Cool. So, moving on from that, do you have a favorite movie? Like I said, if you are just sitting, watching the, TV, whatever, flipping through channels. If you see a movie that you could watch from either the beginning, the middle, or the end, it doesn't matter. What movie would that be? I know it's kind of hard because there's a lot of wonderful movies out there. Well, what is one of your go-to movies that you just love?
Probably any of the Avengers movie
Oh
is.
yeah.
I just, I could, if I see it, and it's one of those things, like if I see one of the channels just playing it,
Hmm.
I'll stop it and then I'll just watch it.
Oh yeah. They're playing them now. I mean, TBS and all that stuff. They're playing Thor and they're playing Avengers and that. Have you seen? Did
Yeah.
you go see Endgame yet?
Yeah, I saw it yesterday. I enjoyed
Nice.
it. I'm not going to give
Very
any
nice.
spoilers, but I enjoyed it a lot.
I'm not even. I enjoyed it too. It was intense. It was a
It
really
it,
intense movie.
it was intense, and I do want to see it again.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm definitely. I may go try to watch an early movie tomorrow. I think I'm gonna try. My wife's
I,
out of town, so I'll go by myself and just sit there and relax and just enjoy it.
I may actually splurge and do a 3D or the IMAX. I don't know. I
Nice.
just watched
Very
it on
nice.
a regular theater
Yeah,
yesterday,
we did too. We did too.
and I'm like, maybe I should try, one of the
Yeah,
bigger
expensive one.
theaters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice. Very nice. So, what was your first concert year? Are you a concert kind of guy, or who was your first concert you ever went to?
I'm not a concert kind of guy. I don't remember the first concert, but because of my work,
Uh-huh.
um, I, we get me and my wife get to see a concert every year. When like last couple of the ones that we saw was Diana Ross, Earth, Wind and Fire,
Oh,
Um,
very nice.
and I think Earth, Wind, and Fire was pretty awesome. That was the
I
last
would,
concert
yeah.
I really enjoyed.
September, which is my birthday, is one of my favorite songs from them. I love that song.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Earth,
Very
Wind, and Fire. I mean, the thing about I like about Earth, Wind, and Fire, I mean, they're like old school artists, but man,
Oh
they
yeah.
sing and play, and then when you know something about being an artist that not only sings but does the instruments and everything. It's
Oh
just
yeah. It's just that type of music. Like you just sit around. I mean, if you're just sitting around, you just listening to it, or you just hear it, you just start tapping your feet and you start snapping. You just start moving, and it's
yeah,
so just one of those refreshing kind of music that you don't hear very much anymore. It's just great.
yeah, yeah. And they're like the artists. I mean, they write, they play. It's like yeah,
They're talented. Yeah, I mean,
very
one of
talented.
my favorites is Prince. I love Prince. I
Oh
always
yeah,
used to say, I always ask the question, if you could see one concert, who would it be? And mine would have been Prince. I
very
regretfully,
talented.
yeah, regretfully missed going to concert. I had a chance, but I didn't go, and I really wish I would have got to see Prince. He's one of my favorite, of all time. I mean, he's just so talented and everything. I watch YouTube all the time with him in it, videos of him and everything. It's just, everything. So, well, let me ask you that question: if you could see a concert, who would it be? Who would be if you could your last concert you ever see? Who would it be?
Oh my goodness, I don't know.
It could be dead too.
Um,
They could be dead also.
you know, I wouldn't mind seeing Phil Collins in concert.
Oh, okay, very nice. That's a
Very
good
talented
one.
guy too.
Yeah, he's very instrumental. Yeah, drums and everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
James.
I saw a video, a DVD concert of him playing. I play drums too, so I saw him play, and it's just kind of very cool when he's like singing and playing drums at the
Mm-hmm.
same time.
Oh yeah, no, he's very Sister Studio. Come on now,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that. All right, cool. So, all right. So, if you had to stop collecting right now, would you be satisfied with your collection as it is? And if you started over collecting, would you collect a different way?
Yeah. Okay. If I had to stop, I think I'd be happy with. I mean, I got a lot of junk to be honest. So, I mean, part but then again, all that new Siege stuff is so nice. I probably won't be that content when if I knew there was more stuff coming along, I probably
Hmm.
wouldn't be that content. But if I knew this was the end, I think I'd be okay. Like say for instance, Hasbro just stopped,
Hmm.
I'd be okay.
Okay.
But if Hasbro kept going and there was like a Siege Omega Supreme coming down the line a couple months, and they're all I mean, like,
There's an
yeah, no,
Omega coming. Yeah.
yeah,
Now,
and the Jetfire, no, yeah.
oh yeah, God, I'm so excited. I got that pre-order. Come on now, the Springer. I got all that stuff. So
But
if you started collecting again, would you collect a different way than you do now?
yeah, I would not be as much of a completionist as I
Okay,
am.
gotcha.
I like I I really shouldn't have bought Power the Prime Starscream.
If he wasn't my favorite character, I would have passed on that one too. That was probably the worst. Other than I have a knockoff one that somebody sent me, and
Uh-huh.
he's in my when I'm doing floor time, he's in Triptychon's mouth. If
Hmm.
other than him, yeah, he's probably one of the worst star screens I have. So I understand your pain.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have much better versions of him, and I
Oh,
really didn't. Yeah, so that would probably be what I would do differently.
okay, very nice. Yeah, you have to bring that one up. Golly. All right. So if you owned a third party company, it's your company, and what would be your first release, and what scale would you want that release to be?
um, you know, my first release would probably be shoot. Some I would say a legend scale
Oh,
Omega Supreme, just
oh,
because
nice.
I don't have any of the third party legend scales, but I'm so fascinated by that scale that I'm really trying not to collect it
Me too, though.
because
I'm trying to push you into it, but
because honestly, I think that scale is the best scale for Transformers because you can
really,
have. I mean, then when you have those 2 foot tall Transformers,
oh,
it
yeah.
makes sense. Like,
Mhm.
and with engineering now, I mean, you can have like a MP looking Optimus Prime in
Oh,
Legend scale. They
exactly.
don't have to be like the old GoBots or something, right?
No, that you're totally hit it, right on. I mean, that they're so the Magic Square and the Iron Factory, they're so great. The new age stuff is coming out. Man, there's actually they're not complex, but they're more transformation that you would think out of a legend scale.
And articulation too.
Yes, articulation and paint. I mean, they're just
Yeah.
they're doing, and they're almost done. I mean, you could. I don't know if I could have a complete G1 season, 1, 2, 3 right now, but it's close. I mean, it's
Yeah.
getting close. That they're almost done finishing G1 already.
And that's the thing I'm on the edge of, because I want to collect them, but then I'm like, if they're not gonna have the complete thing, then
Uh-huh.
I don't want to do it. But then I'm worried that they're gonna have a complete season one and season 1 through 3, and then the earlier stuff is gonna be so expensive and hard to get.
Oh yeah, it already is. I mean, some of the Iron Factory stuff, Starscream. I
Yeah.
see a lot of people ask him. I mean, he was $30, I think, and I think he's going for almost 200.
Oh my
Almost.
goodness.
I mean, he's 175, 200 people, $200. And I see all the time people like, I'm looking for a reasonable price and everything, and then they're like, yeah, good luck on that one.
Plus, with at that scale, you can have troop builders. Like, how cool would be like a
Oh yeah.
Seeker 3-pack in those odd bluish purple colors
Uh-huh.
that are on Cybertron?
Oh yeah, the Rainmakers. Oh yeah, that's good choice. I mean, good choice. I would love. Yes, I hope they do a Legends Omega. They've done like a Mick Fans Toys did one, I think, or one of the other companies did. But I would love a proper one from like either Iron Factory or Magic Square.
Yeah.
That would be so good. Great choice, man. Good choice. Golly, I'm loving this one. So Transformers been around for 35 years and everything. They've given us everything from comics, cartoons, movies, all that wonderful stuff. What would you like to see from Transformers to keep on another 35 years, to keep your interest? Would you, different, as far as movie wise or cartoon or any of that stuff, toys? What would you like to see?
I don't know. Cartoon. For me, I would like a nice G1 remake of the cartoon. It's I wouldn't even mind a redrawing of the original G1 comics.
Oh, okay.
Like nice, consistent, like keep the same script and everything, because I really enjoyed the comics, but or just redrawing it or redoing it in the way it currently looks, or even with the comic, like a remastery or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, remastered. Okay.
But part of me is like, yeah, I don't know. Like I just, part of me is like, maybe do I really want something redone like that? You ever see a TV show and then they have a comeback of the original cast and everything, and it just doesn't seem the same anymore? And
yeah.
So I don't know, but if anything, I wouldn't mind them redrawing stuff and retelling the same story, but with better art, better animation.
Yeah. Okay. Very nice. So, are you interested in the new Netflix series that's coming out next year?
Definitely interested in that, especially it's based on Siege. So.
Oh yeah. Nice.
I hopefully it's good.
I've been pushing for that. I think, straight to Netflix or Hulu or whatever you want to go do, whatever you want to do. I think for Transformers would be wonderful. I wish they would touch on, like, all Hail Megatron from the comics, or the Wreckers, and all that stuff. If they did that stuff straight to straight to Netflix and everything, or straight to DVD or Blu-ray, whatever, I think it'd be good.
But, you know what? It'd be kind of cool. Now that you mentioned that, like, you know how Justice League has all these straight to DVD movies, like one-shot movies and stuff. Like, I wouldn't mind that with Transformers.
Oh, I wouldn't either. That'd be perfect. Oh.
It's more oriented to older folks, and more serious, but you have that animation and all that stuff.
What if they did? Now, how they do in Marvel, the what ifs. They take a storyline, whatever, and say, this would happen. What if they did that with Transformers?
Yeah,
that would be cool. Like, what if Optimus Prime would have lived? What if Bumblebee would have been the leader, or something? Something off the wall. Just what if kind of things. I would love.
Speaking of what ifs, because Hasbro owns so many. I mean, they own Power Rangers, Visionaries, G.I. Joe, Transform, Mask.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be kind of cool animation. What if? I mean, I know they did that in the comics, but I wouldn't mind seeing that as animation.
Oh yeah, some crossovers. Man, come on now. Make me happy.
No, definitely.
All right, that's awesome. Very good, man. Very good. So, It looks like the way you display your collection is you're using bookshelves, correct? Do you have any details,
Yep.
or is that how you just collect? Is that how you displays all your bookshelves like that?
Yeah, and that's more recent. Because I moved my office downstairs, so I at the request of my wife, I took the toys with me.
As a request, like as she told me to get that crap out of my my room,
Out of the living room because they
or
were actually displayed in the living room.
oh nice. And she's like, yeah, I'm asking you to move them down there, but really, I'm telling you get it down there, or I'm going to start.
But I do have a single shelf in the living room with
Okay,
a very few select stuff. It's mostly my G1 stuff,
okay,
my G1 Jetfire, Megatron. So it's a tiny collection that is
it looks nice. Isn't it nice?
it's displayed in a way that it's not crowded.
Oh yeah, I understand, dude. My room, when you see my reviews, that's my room. But I have two details. You can see one right here. There's one right next to me.
Uh-huh.
I was allowed to have that just because it kind of displays better than all of them bunched together, like what I have.
Yes.
In my room. So that's fine. I understand. And speaking of your wife, so what does your wife think of your collecting? And does she support it? Does she like it and everything? And you do have a kid. What does
Yeah.
she think about it?
I have two daughters.
What
My
are they?
wife. Well, I've been collecting even before I met my wife, so a
Oh,
long time.
good. That's good. She knew.
Yeah, and she's actually the one that got me my the MP5 Megatron.
Oh, nice.
For my birthday one year, and that even though that toy as a toy is horrible, I
Yeah.
will never get rid of that figure because
Oh, yeah, it's sentimental. Yeah.
and back then it was pretty impressive. Back then in 2007,
Whenever it
it's
came
like
out,
wow, Megatron kind of cartoon accurate.
yeah.
But
and he's a gun. You never thought that. You're never gonna see that in Walmart or Target or anything.
yeah.
We actually got a gun. Megatron. We got two. MP36 also. But
Yeah, so that I gotta get. I gotta get an MP36 and a new because the new MPs are smaller, like the Prime and the Meg. So, but I still have my first MP Prime and the first MP Megs.
okay,
So.
very nice. So she's supporting. Now, does she watch your reviews or she help you with any of them? Does she critique them or anything like that, or she don't even care?
No, well she'll watch some stuff,
Okay.
but she'll she'll like
It's
she'll
fine.
watch some stuff and every now and then, but she'll probably watch this because she knows I'm doing this, so I'm gonna
Okay.
send her the link afterwards.
Cool. I hope she likes it. If she wants to come on, we can have both of y'all on. That'd be awesome. So now, does she collect anything? Is she a collector? Of anything?
No.
Okay.
She's the more financially reasonable person in the
My mom
household.
She does.
I joke with my friends that before I got married, no matter how much money I made, I always was living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
No matter what. Well,
everybody.
now that I have a wife, I actually have savings. I actually have, it's just she does it. She manages things better than I do.
Oh, hey, the better half. My
Yeah.
wife the same way. So, and to add on to the money thing, if someone gave you $1,000, would you be responsible and pay bills, or would you buy Transformers?
I'd probably hand it over to the wife and ask her what
I can do with it?
what can I do with it, and what amount is permissible for me to use.
Mostly say 80-20, so you're talking about 800 for bills and 200 for yourself. I think that's what most people say that.
Yeah, but yeah, she'll know better what's our financial outlook at that point in time than I do.
My wife asked me how much money's in the bank account. Like, I don't know. You know that better than I do. Come on now.
Same here.
Okay. So, are you a crunchy or a soft kind of cookie guy, or do you even like cookies?
I think I prefer the soft cookies. I don't know why, because they're less of a mess.
That's true. They don't crumble as much. Now, do you use milk at all?
Yeah, milk. Milk is definitely.
Very nice.
It's I don't know. I think it's sacrilege if you don't use it. No.
I don't know. I think it is sacrilege. I understand that. I want to thank everybody that came in to watch this everything. Do y'all have any questions for Joel? He's in Larkin's Lair. I will put all his information down in the description area whenever we get done with this. And definitely go check out his channel. He's doing some really good stuff. Go sub to it and all that wonderful stuff. But if y'all have any questions for him, because I'm done, I have one more question, and I'll ask that right now. I usually say I have one more question, but then I'll think of something else. But anyways, where do you see Larkin's Lair in 5 years, as far as your?
I don't know. Hopefully I'm still doing this. Hopefully I still have is blessed enough to have the time to do these things. I do hope to get my youngest daughter involved because she always has a lot of fun with watching me do these reviews. So,
Nice.
but other than that,
have her on tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, what is Mark? How many Transformers does he have? I don't know. My wife asked me that question. It's better to not know.
I haven't counted a long time. I don't. I think I lost. Last time I counted, I had over 2,500. I think. So I think, So I don't know how many I got. So, so with your reviews and everything, where did you get the name? First of all, where's Larkin's? Is that?
That was from my. So, oh my goodness, probably over 10 years ago, a group of my friends, because I used to do a lot of tabletop gaming. So we had an RPG.
Oh, okay.
And we had to think of names for RPG character, right?
Yeah.
And that was my first RPG character.
Oh,
named
nice.
Larkin Vane. And then it just stuck. And then, of course, when you do stuff online, you don't want to use your real name all the time, right? So I'm like, well, I got this RPG character name. We'll just use that for everything.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That's nice. Very nice. Yes, if anybody else have any questions for this guy, he's really good. What do you have anything planned? As far as reviews or anything? I know you just did the Star Scream, and do you have any plans for reviews? What do you got?
I did have the Optimus Prime kit, and then I recently completed my Monster Bot collection.
Okay, nice.
For the Titans Return, the Headmaster ones. So I might do something on that, and then. I've been working on I customize some of my Siege figures, like give some paint jobs. So I've been working on Sideswipe, trying to So Sideswipe is actually going to be a video of what not to do.
I look forward to that. Now we talked about you're doing 3D printing stuff for your Combatant Wars. Are you going to do anything for your Siege stuff? Like I've seen some people, no Nerf or something, are doing stuff for the Siege stuff. Are you going to do that?
Yeah, so I've been printing. I printed some stuff for some stuff is available for Siege, like Sideswipe's gun, the rockets for the packs, and then recently I printed out. Somebody put up the shoulder rockets for Prowl, so I printed that.
Oh, okay.
That thing came out really nice. I'm actually really happy with that one. And like I said, right now I'm well. This is a failed print because my extruder. Thing got tangled, but I'm printing out feet for my my Combiner Wars figures. There's these upgrade kits, but man, they're like $50 a pop.
Yeah, I never got into I just didn't want to put more money into it because I did, the Powder Prime stuff and the Combiner War stuff. I still like the Superion and the Bruticus from Power of the Prime. I sold the rest of them, and then you had the Abominus, and everything. I didn't feel like I wanted to put $50 into it more, because it was just a meh figure anyways, and I don't think they would have made a big upgrade.
Yeah,
and everything.
And honestly, the only thing I want to upgrade that I don't like with the older Combiner figures is the feet. They're too small.
They're weird looking.
Yeah, they doubled his hands, right?
Yeah,
hands and feet, and so I'm probably just gonna print feet for the guys that came with the hands, and something like this is probably 15 to 20 cents in plastic.
Probably, yeah, and then they charge you $50 and everything, and
So I mean, the only problem is it takes forever to print. It's it'll take 9 hours.
That's not, man. You got time for that. If I could print my own stuff, man, I'd be printing all the time, man. I'd be printing toilet selfies and everything, of me, all that stuff and everything. So yeah.
Well, printers they came down in price. Like the printer I'm using right now I have two. One is a $150 printer, and the other one is a $200 printer.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
So
But
if you do other stuff besides toys, like make other things, it's definitely worth it. I mean,
oh yeah, well, I mean, you probably already made your money's worth. I mean, how long you've had and everything, all that stuff.
yeah.
Cool. Well, let me ask you this question. When we were talking about, would you like to see some Transformers? Would you like if they did a whole new cast, like a whole, start from scratch, and you didn't have Optimus and Megatron, you had a different, whole new cast of characters. Would you be interested in something like that for Transformers?
Yeah, definitely. And part of me thinks it would be better in a way because you can pay homage to the past, and maybe that's why I like Beast Wars. I mean, they had the same names, but they weren't the same folks, and they referred to the characters. So I mean, if they did it with like robots and like vehicles as well, I
Yeah,
mean that would be kind of cool. Like, hey, this is not the same. Maybe he's a Prime, but not the Optimus Prime,
yeah.
and stuff like that. But yeah, I
All right,
think that'd be kind of cool.
all right, cool. Well, I'm out of questions. So right now you can plug whatever all your stuff that you want to say you're on. Like I said, I'm gonna put all that stuff in the description
Cool.
and all that good stuff. So here you go.
Thanks, appreciate it. Hey, Kato's there. I just saw his.
Yeah. Well, you can tell everybody where you're at and everything. That's what I was wanting to say. You can where your website, your
Oh yeah,
YouTube
just
and
the
on Twitter.
Larkin's Lair on YouTube is pretty much, and then Larkin Vane on either Instagram or Facebook and Twitter.
Nice.
That's pretty much it.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I had a wonderful time. You had some great answers. Yeah, like I said, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come on my little show and everything.
Oh, thanks.
Appreciate that, man. And we'll definitely keep in touch. And you're welcome back anytime you want to come on. That's awesome. And like I
Thanks.
said, everybody go. I'll put his stuff in the description. Go subscribe to his channel and everything. Get this man, on the map, all that wonderful stuff. He's a really good dude. And yeah, thank you all very much for coming in. Hit that like button for me. It helps the channel out and all that good stuff. And I'm going to do some more around 30s because I really love doing this. I'm doing another one tomorrow, hopefully. And so yeah, I guess I'll see everybody on the next around 30. And you know what? As always, hell Hasbro. And good night, folks.
Hey, thanks.
All right.
Have a good one.